everybody, Marcy here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. I wanted to do this video to teach all of you mamas out there that may be similar to me that just have diastasis recti. So I've actually had 2 kids now. After kid 1, my biggest mistake is I got an amazing shape, but I didn't work on my pelvic floor or closing the gap, as they say. However, my body is slim and small, and theoretically I had big babies just because I don't have a lot of extra space within my abdominal region to hold a kid. So my babies were only like 6 pounds, nothing too crazy, 6 pound 3 and 6.7. And you're on just the constant journey of getting your body back in shape. So I wanted to do this video because I've been researching it, I've been studying it on how to basically fix your diastasis recti and some of the things as to why it's not getting fixed for you. So I actually did go to a pelvic floor specialist, which I do recommend if it's in your budget. It's not the cheapest and it's not covered by insurance, at least for my instance. But do your research, see if it can get covered, and just kind of search around. So just by going, I was able to learn a lot of information, and that's some of the things I'm going to share with you now. Some of them I've shared in a prior video also. So starting with number 1, which you would think would be the obvious, is your posture. So you have to imagine with diastasis recti, you have a gap within your abdominal region. So you have your abs, and within the middle of your abs, you have a line, and that line, or space rather, that's what's kind of causing your diastasis. And with that bad posture, you're kind of slunched over and you're actually making that space wider. So posture is top of the list. You have to be aware of your posture, if that be you at work, if you're in the car, if you're sitting playing with your kids. I'm so guilty of it. Watching TV in the afternoon, my natural instinct is to slouch. And just by me slouching now, I can see my belly just bulge out. And even, going on 4 years, y'all, like I still have like a mommy tummy. And it's not that I'm not trying, it's not that, any of that kind of stuff. It's just that it takes a while. And then once you get going at it, you actually have to keep working at it, because in my opinion, just because I've seen it between kids, it does revert back. So you really have to start and try to never stop. So posture is number 1. So not only sitting, but even when you're standing. And so whenever I was at the pelvic floor specialist, she had me stand up and she just looked at my posture. So she actually had me kind of lean back on my heels and tuck my pelvic floor or pelvic under a little bit in order to get that good posture, small bend in the legs. So you could Google how to have good posture. I'm sure there's a YouTube video that you could reference. So that is definitely something that you can do. I'm looking at my phone because I wrote all this stuff down. So the next one is the wrong exercises. So if you are doing exercises and you see your stomach dome out, you need to stop. That means your stomach can't, your core can't hold up to the exercise that you're doing. It can't. That means your abs are still separated, but you're trying to do all these movements and it's doming out. So really try not to do that. So I've posted a lot of videos. I will continue and probably will always post some type of pelvic floor exercise or workout, and I incorporate them into my workouts now because I have to. So even if you don't have kids, it's still very important to train your pelvic floor for the instance where you may want a child, or just having general good pelvic floor health. And that's not just for women. Men have a pelvic floor too, which I did not know. So working on the correct exercises. So again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you which ones you can and can't do, because depending on your stage of healing, you may be able to do something the next person can't. But what's rule of thumb is, if you see your stomach doming out, stop. And you need to strengthen your body. Maybe go back to the beginner variation of that exercise before you jump into that particular exercise. All right, so another one that I thought was so fascinating, which I did not know. So for me, my upper abs are very strong. I still have my 2-pack. It's my lower abs, which is where the diastasis is, which is the problem. And it's very annoying, but what she taught me was you really have to trigger your lower abdominals, not your upper abdominals. And so that's kind of like each exercise, I'm engaging my core, but guess what, Marcy, you're engaging your upper abs. So now when I work out, I try to engage my lower abs. Kind of crazy, but it does work because I worked on it for like 6 months and got it going on. So when y'all see me with my abs, that means I'm doing something right. No, just joking. Okay, so something else to keep in mind, and this is probably very tough, it's even tough for me, is your diet. Because if you are bloated, then you constantly have your stomach in a state where it's not happy. That means it's constantly bulged out. And you got to imagine you got abs, and if it's constantly bulged out, you're bulging those abs out, which gives you kind of the mommy pooch. And if you're kind of overweight, you need to lose some of the baby fat. That could also, cause some of that ab separation. So really pay attention to what you're eating. I've posted lots of videos on kind of keeping a food journal and a diary to see what your body does and doesn't like. And that definitely works, because once you start saying, hey, yep, I ate this today and I am so bloated, cut it out, and you'll be surprised how flat your stomach begins to get because you're more in tune with your body. Okay. Moving too fast into your workout routine. So I definitely did this with baby number, I would say 1. I felt so good. I had 2 natural births. That's just for me. Very proud that I was able to do it. My recovery, I was out walking the stroller and all this good stuff. I was doing burpees and squats, and this is maybe after a month. I mean, I'm not doing it right away, but saying all that to say, going back too soon to your normal exercises and not working your pelvic floor is also the biggest mistake you could ever make. So that's definitely my biggest mistake. After kid number 1, I've heard of pelvic floor, but didn't take it serious. You must take it serious if you want to ever get your abs back. So that is very important. Don't go back too soon. And then also, once you get started, you can do your squats, you can do these various things, but make sure that you are engaging your abs and your pelvic floor. Lots of videos online. You can look at my playlist for some of the ones that I've done. And the good part about these is that you can do them daily. You don't have to do it just once a week. Okay, so those are the most important ones that I wanted to share with you. I hope that has shed some light into your diastasis. Even at the pelvic floor specialist, I have diastasis, but it's not anything of concern. It's not of anything where I would need surgery to fix it. It's just that my body is just super stretched, and now I gotta tighten it back up, and it's gonna take time. And it's very frustrating for me to train pelvic floor because I like to go and jump and have all this fun, but it just doesn't work that way. So I hope those tips help. Keep your head up. You are a sexy mama. Trust me. Everybody can't have kids, and those that can, it really does take a toll on your body. I definitely took that for granted. Continue to make yourself look beautiful. You're beautiful regardless, even if you can't get your belly pooch fixed. I still have it. It sucks, but I'm working on it. It takes time, and just know that you have a whole bunch of people in it with you. It's not just you trying to fix this issue. And one more thing to add, those of you that have kids years ago and never fixed your pelvic floor and you're wondering why you can't have abs, this could very well be a reason why. So think about that too. Even if you're older in age, you've had kids prior, really consider trying some of my workouts for pelvic floor to strengthen your abs. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you.